Hello everyone, fB here to bring you another edition of fB's weekly race. This is an endurance race that I host every Saturday, which lasts for about 1 hour on a track that's released just before the race goes live. The track uses a mixture of different styles that you find in stadiums, such as tech, dirt, speed, obstacles, etc. No registration is needed to participate, simply join the server before starting time and you will be eligible to play. We're seeing some warm-ups right now on this week's track, which is Hammerhead by El Wermo. At the moment I'm no longer accepting maps for the race, but soon I will open up map submissions again since I've gone through almost all the maps now. Before the race goes live, I also want to mention that I run a time attack competition on the most recently used map. To participate, upload your best replay of the map to Mania Exchange. The deadline is set to 2 PM CET on Saturday. And new for November is that I'll begin having seasons for the race. They will always last for 1 month and your 3 best results will count into the rankings. Top 20 will get points, with the person getting the best lap receiving 5 bonus points. And the winner will win some prize money based on contributions through Twitch and YouTube. For the month of November is currently set to €15. And the current standings after 1 race played of the November season is that Spam is in the lead ahead of Omnipots and Saber. Then we got Haviflyer at 4th, Shorty at 5th, Ranked at 6th, Flyer at 7th, Raggle at 8th, Tween at 9th and Miquatro at 10th. More information about this race can be found below the stream or VOD. So we're about to start here in 1 minute. Sorry about the delay, there was some issues with the server controller expansion, but it's now fixed and should be fixed for the future as well. And we got over 200 players this week, so that's awesome to see, 203 currently. And yeah, we should start pretty soon here. And of course we will have Spam driving, I think at least. Sometimes hard to find the players in the list, especially if they are further back, but I'm pretty sure he's driving though. Took first last week of course. Then we also got the Omnipots, who took second, and has won the race many times before, as you know, 7 times in total. He's just behind Raisons here, who still is the player with most amount of wins, 9 in total. And then we also got Saber driving, who took 3rd last week, and is also of course 3rd in the November season as well. There will be 3 more races in that season, but that's the end of the warm-up, so we will start the race now and I will disable the chat. I'll let people write good luck and fun here and then disable the chat. Good luck and fun. So we'll have 20 laps this time. The race will take about 1 hour, 45 minutes for first place to finish, and then a 15-minute timer will start for everyone else to finish as well. Let's see if I can find Spam here. I would like to follow him through the first lap. There he is. So he is driving, and let's follow Spam through the first lap of this map so we learn it a bit. We got 201 players starting, so this is the 3rd most popular race in history. It's awesome. We're getting closer to having the server full one day, which is 255. So Spam is off to a good start here. This map got a lot of tech and, well, mostly tech to be honest. Tech speed, you could call it. The other styles are also of course represented here, some dirt, but mostly it is tech on this map. And it's also not very difficult, quite an easy map. We can also see here to the upper left corner how far ahead and behind the players are to their nearest opponents. And now Spam goes up to first place, only got 1 number showing, which is how far ahead he is. He drops down to 3rd though, but still a very close race. 1 lap into it, we got Yannex for VSP fighting it off with Spam for first place. Also Haviflyer is up there. And yeah, seems to be no further issues here in the start. Sorry again for the delay, but wasn't really too big of a delay I suppose, in a few minutes. So, oh, that's not the best turn there from Spam. He's gonna lose his position and falls down to 9th place with that. Goes a bit too wide here as well, but still is of course in the race. It's way too early to say who's gonna take this one. We'll see that later on of course. So we continue here with a lot of tech turns, and soon enough we will reach a small obstacle part coming up here. Oh, and Spam clips the wall as well there, so we'll fall down further into the ranking, down to 17th place now. Here's a small obstacle part, which Spam goes through without any problems, and then we're starting to reach the end of the lap. We'll have a 5-second long stretch, of course, and here's also an engine shut off, this red block, so you gotta make sure that you have speed going through it, or going over it rather. And that's gonna be the first lap. Spam is at 17th place with 1 lap played, and currently in the lead is fB's, and we saw Spam making another mistake there, so not the best start for Spam, who of course won last week, and with that is also in the lead in the November season. Let's see here. I'm not sure what happened to Symbios. He's writing to me here in the chat. I can't really write back to everyone right now when I'm casting the race. Just write to me after the race instead, and I'll happily answer your questions and everything. So yeah, fB's currently in the lead. fB's has never won the race. Was extremely close a couple of races ago, where he was first for a long time and then made a critical mistake on the last lap, and Sand could pass him. fB's has also taken 3rd place once, but of course never won it, so still looking for that first place, and was doing pretty good last week, took 4th place, so he's off to a good start in the season as well. Then at 2nd place we've got Saber, who took 3rd last week, so he's also off to a good start. Yannex I don't think was in top 20, nope he wasn't, but of course your 3 best results will count, so you can miss 1 or 2 races depending on the month, because sometimes there will be 4 races, sometimes there will be 5 in the seasons. So yeah, fB's, Saber and Yannex currently the top 3. Then we got Beat and Thompson just behind, 2 German players. And Shark is also German. We'll pass Thompson and go up to 5th place. Oh, and was it Yannex? No. Who was it? fB's. Oh, he's still in the lead. Someone made a mistake there. Could have been someone who got overlapped already. Anyways, we also got Pussy, another German player, off to a good start at 6th place. Sorry, I'm a bit stressed because of the start. I need to chill a bit. So yeah, Pussy at 6th place. Let's follow him through this 3rd lap now. fB's still in the lead. Only Saber now takes over. fB's drops down to 2nd, but it's still very close between, well, pretty much between top 22, only 6 seconds between all of them. And we still got 186 players driving, which is quite awesome. Pussy keeping that 6th place, and will pass Shark, who makes a mistake. Oh, and there's Sand. Sand is driving this week. Has won 8 times, only behind Raisons with that. So looking to tie with the Raisons in the most amount of wins. But Sand do have the most amount of podium placements. He's been on the podium 15 times. 8 times first, 5 times second, and 2 times third. So Sand, very successful player in the race. Did not play last week, so does not have any points in the season yet. But this might be his race, although makes a small blunder there, so Passy will go up to 5th place again, and 4th place even. Who did he pass? Oh, Shark, and then he makes a mistake, so Thompson will pass him. Pishy is on a different lap. There's also fB, the Spanish player for Fun Team, shows up, but oh, there he is again. Back and forth between Pussy and fB for 7th place. Currently fB having it. And still a very close race with Yannex now in the lead. Yannex has never won the race either. And here goes Pussy over the long stretch. Got pretty good speed. You can see Shark and Saber in front of him. Of course, if you have the widget on, you can see exactly how far behind he is. So that would be 7300s right now. So Pussy off to a good start here. Let's go through the list here, we got Sand, of course, driving at 7th place. Hobby at 8th. Omnipots at 9th place. Has won the race 7 times, as mentioned before. Took 2nd last week. See what he can do now. 5 seconds behind the lead. The top. Tween drove last week as well, and he took 9th place. Never won the race before, but despite not being very successful in the race, in terms of winning, he's of course a very skillful player. Took 2nd in ESWC this year, and in fact has taken 2nd 3 times, which is really outstanding. So Tween at 10th place, not too bad of a start, only 5 seconds behind still, so can still reach the top. Here's Flyer for VX3, the player from Czech Republic, 11th place. Then we got this guy, let's see here, Skafis Kafnjak, or something like that, from Croatia, at 12th place. Might be a new player. Usually got about 20 to 30 players driving the race for the first time. Spam had a really bad start, but now up to 13th place. Spam is of course also streaming the race if you want to watch his point of view. And yeah, won of course last week's race and is leading the November season. We got S from Penta. Who is that? See if I can find out. That would be Safran. Of course, I do recommend playing with your actual nickname, so I know who you are. I also see Marseille9 has been on the podium many times, won it twice, and been 3rd 5 times. So he's now just ahead of Safran, and then also Flyer, and also Spam. So these 4 players having a close battle. We got Bot for THE driving at 15th place. We'll pass Skafis Kafnjak. Edward is driving at 17th place, has taken 3rd once, so been on the podium. Race 27, I believe. Roa has won the race, one of few players who have defeated Raisons, and I wonder if Raisons is driving the race, because he's not in top 22. Usually he's in the top by now, so he might have retired actually, I'm not sure. Anyways, who else do we have driving? We got Link. There he is, at 17th place from France, driving for V+. And then let's see here, we got Mania Style for Cyber at 20th place. And here's Sis for IGN, might also be streaming, not sure. And yeah, he's currently at top 22, so let's stop it at that. Currently, Janek's in the lead, 5 laps into the race, 20 laps in total. And he's a bit of a lead now actually, and 3 seconds ahead of Thompson at 2nd and Sand at 3rd. So that's currently the top 3. And I like to go through the other pages here to give some attention to players a bit further back in the pack that are driving, so let's do that. We got Zack for Penta, a very skillful player as well, currently at 25th place. Hasn't really participated in the race many times and is lagging quite a lot. He is behind Paxmauer right now and ahead of Yoshi. Then who else do we have? We got Kitty Power from Estonia, participating in the first time, for the first time at 44th place right now, behind Belus and ahead of Speedy. Next page we have Inferno for VSP from Germany at 62nd place. Behind Q's and behind Q's and ahead of Freaky. It's gonna take a while, by the way. Next page we got Mario for IGN at 75th place, behind Mini God and ahead of Vince. And of course Mario is the organizer of the ESL RPG Night Cup, which will take place tonight at 8 PM CET. So you can still sign up for that cup if you want, and I will be casting it. More information about that can be found on ESL's website. So Mario is driving the race. Who else is driving the race? We have, let's see here, we can find someone. Plaximus Prime for IGN as well. At 84th place, got Mello in front and Sounds behind. Next page we have Beppino driving at 107th place. Beppino is probably regarded as the best dirt driver in the game, but really off to a bad start here. Of course this map does not have much dirt, So that's not playing in his favor, that's for sure. See, you got RFG09 in front of him and Tobias behind him. Still got a lot of pages here to go through. Next page we got Pinos. Might be driving for the first time at 120th place from France. Got FSXELW in front and Septak behind. Next page. Oh, and Pinos makes a huge mistake at hitting the pole, or the checkpoint rather. Let's see here, who else do we have? We got Anastasis14 from Greece, participating for the first time at 138th place. Is behind Distant X and in front of DVL. Let's see here if I can find the current last player. Might be this guy, Ewods from Philippines, or could be a girl as well. At 157th place right now. Actually, no, going up in the list here. No, actually, that's because of people retiring. So I think Ewods is currently the last player at 156th place. So a lot of players have already quit or their game have crashed. Let's go back to the top where we find Yannick's in the lead for VSP. Still doing good. I want to look up what his best result is because I don't think he's had that much success. So let me just search my spreadsheet here for Yannick's. Yeah, he's not participating that many times. Actually, last week was his first time participating and he took 41st place. So that's interesting. He's doing much better than that right now. And of course he got his teammate Sand, who's also driving for VSP, at 2nd place. Both these players about to get a lot of points in the season. I think Saber or Hobbyflyer will maybe go up in the lead though currently, because they are 4th and 5th place. And they did well last week as well. Omnipots and Spam, 1st and 2nd last week, are at 11th and 12th place right now. So that's, I need to keep track of those scores as well. It's going to be a bit difficult, but I'll do my best. Spam currently with 50 points, and then of course Omnipots won the best lap and took 2nd place, and best lap will give you 5 bonus points. So that's why it's only 2 points behind Spam at the moment. Let's see if I can take a look at the local wreckage. Which is working this week, that's awesome. So we got Sand currently in the lead with a time of 2 minutes, 10 seconds and 20 hundredths. So with that he would get, of course, 10 bonus points. And he drops down to 7th place now. He was at 2nd, what happened? Sand losing several seconds. Still only 6 seconds behind the top though. This is still a very, very close race. 20 seconds between 1st and 22nd place. Can follow Sand here for a little while. We are currently into lap 7 out of 20. Still a long way to go. And a lot can still happen, that's for sure. We do have a small gap there from 8th to 9th place between Passi and Hobby. But like 1st and 8th place I feel like still can fight for 1st place. So here comes Sand. It's up to 5th place now. Has good speed here as well. And goes through into lap 8, still at 5th place. Hobbyflyer with a great time there, 2 minutes 10 seconds and 25 hundredths. 2nd place with that. Hobby also improves his time. Let's see here, we do have a fight between Omnipots and Spam that we can follow. Let's follow Spam for this lap, see if we can catch up to Omnipots, which we can see there a bit ahead together with Morris A9. Currently 1.5 seconds behind Hobby, looks like. Oh, and hits the wall there. It's not gonna help him. And yeah, it's now 3 seconds behind. One mistake can lose you so much, especially on this kind of track, which got a lot of these long stretches where you need to have good speed. I'm taking 1 second there. Still at 12th place. And Yannick still keeping that 1st place. 2 seconds, almost 3 seconds ahead of Hobbyflyer. that would be quite an upset. Yannick's participating for the second time and only took about 40th place last week. So let's see if we can keep it up. The pressure will of course build the later into a race we go. And Spam is doing a great job catching up, I think at least. Yeah. Takes a couple of tenths here every checkpoint. 2.5 seconds behind now. It's the wall there though, but that's a good place to crash. Not losing too much time. Now we'll enter the stretch and soon enter lap 9. Saber, 7th local record. It's at 3rd place now, which is what he took last week as well. And here's Spam, goes up to 11th place, entering the next lap. Let's follow last week's 2nd place, Omnipots, for 1 lap. See what he can do. We got Tween in front of him, and he's almost 3 seconds behind him actually. And apparently the game froze for race on, so that's why he's not driving. Yeah, the game continues to be very unstable, so that kind of stuff unfortunately happens quite a lot each week. And looks like Omnipots is really close to Hobbyflyer, who drops down to 7th place. Was at 2nd place, so Hobbyflyer with a big mistake. Well, not very big, but did lose a couple of seconds, and with that, a lot of positions. And Omnipots will pass Hobbyflyer, so he's up to 7th place now, and he's not too far behind Tween either. Omnipots on a good pace in this lap, might be a good time actually. I wouldn't be surprised if this might be a new best lap from Omnipots. Good entry here into the obstacles as well. You see Tween in front of him now. Was almost 3 seconds behind Tween entering this lap. Yeah, Omnipots on a good time. Didn't get that much speed here though. You can see Tween having slightly more speed over the long stretch. But I think this will be a pretty good time from Omnipots. Sand will improve his local record, but will he keep it? Here comes Omnipots. And he will take over the lead, as I suspected. 2 minutes, 10 seconds and 1700s by Omnipots. Great lap. Currently at 7th place. Only about half a second behind Tween. Let's just take a quick overview right now. We still got 141 players driving, 10 laps into it, so halfway through. And in the lead is Yannick's. A bit of a surprise. Let's see if he can keep it up. He's only about 2 seconds ahead of Saber, who's gone up to 2nd place, and then Sand is currently at 3rd. Then we got Thompson at 4th, Shark at 5th, Tween at 6th, Omnipots at 7th, Hobbyflyer at 8th, Hobby at 9th, Marte 9 at 10th, Spam at 11th, Edward at 12th, Alexor at 13th, Link at 14th, Roa at 15th, Javiera at 16th, Pussy at 17th, Sirs at 18th, Mania Style at 19th, Sis at 20th, Flyer at 21st, and Henny at 22nd. And of course, top 20 will get points into the November season, which Spam is currently leading. But I think we might see someone taking over that lead. Omnipots would do it for sure. I think also Saber might pass Spam if this keeps up. And Spam will actually fall down to 15th place as well. So yeah, we'll see. Let's follow the current leader Yannick's here for 1 lap. And see how he does. I also want to see what his best time is. He's at 4th place right now, 2:10.33. So definitely has figured out the map as well. And Sand enters the stretch, and then we'll enter lap 11. See here, he will improve his time. Nope. But he's still keeping a good pace, and Saber will fall down to 3rd place. Sand will pass him, and with that, Yannick's now with a even bigger lead. And Sand will take over that local record straight away from Omnipods. 2 minutes 9 seconds and 77 hundredths by Sand. So let's follow Sand for one lap. See if he can catch up a bit to Yannick's. And he will actually. Takes 1 second on him. Sand suddenly very close to Yannick's. Looking to take his 9th win. And with that, tie with Raysons. We also see Flyer improving his local record. 8th place right now, but only 1st place will get those 5 bonus points, and those can be very important. Sand less than 1 second behind Yannick's. Both players will overlap SpaceX. Ooh, risky hit there from Sand, drove over the border. Didn't punish him, so he's still in it. And still on a mission here to catch up to Yannick's. Now 1 second behind. It's possible Yannick's knows the second half of the map a bit better. Oh, and a no drift from Sand. Gonna cost him some time. And bad landing as well, so yeah, back to 2 seconds behind Yannick's now. It feels like Yannick's might know this obstacle part a bit better. And then losing some time on the first half instead. So yeah, Yannick's will still be in the lead 12 laps into the race. Sand at 2nd. And then we got Thompson now at 3rd place, passing Saber. Loses another position. I'm still at 4th place though. Shark at 5th. Tween at 6th. Omnipod still at 7th. Marseille 9 at 8th. Javi Flyer at 9th. Edward at 10th. Alexor at 11th. Roa at 12th. Link at 13th. Spam at 14th. Mania Style at 15th. Flyer at 16th. Sirs at 17th. Javiera at 19th place. Penny just ahead, and then at 20th place we got Sis. So those are the players that currently will get points in this race. And before the race is over, let's go through the pages one more time. See if we can find some players who are driving here. We got Fuzzy at 30th place for Alpha. Has made 2 maps for the race. And see what his best position is actually in the race. I think he got top 10 in the past. Yes, his best placement is 6th place. Currently at 30th place though. Next page we have Monte Oz from Display. Probably not pronouncing that correctly. At 44th place is behind Vertigo and ahead of Cossack. Next page we have Edster, who's driving the race after a bit of a break. Currently at 62nd place, got Slid in front of him and Vince behind him. Next page we got Nico Egg at 74th place, hits the ceiling of the checkpoint just as I switch to him. So might see some players passing him. Let's see in the next checkpoint here. He's at 75th place now, got Hart in front and Stompy behind. Next page we got Sophie from IGN. A lot of IGN players driving. So Sophie is at 84th place, got SpaceX in front of her and Arde behind her. Next page we have Recall from ProTech X, also Germany. Might be a new player. At 103rd place got Fluffy Mittens ahead, and then is ahead of Anastasis as well. Let's see here, we got 136 players still driving. One of them is Gregor from Italy at 114th place. It's behind Pishy and ahead of Blobber. And then who is currently the last player? Might be Gonzo? No, it's not. It's not Mello, it's not Ron. Is it Elephant? Yes, of course it is Elephant. Once again, Elephant at last place, 40th place. I think he was like riding in my chat though during the race, so that might be the reason why he's a bit further behind. Hopefully we'll be able to finish the race. Anyways, let's go back to the top again, where Yannick still keeping that first place. Keeping a really consistent pace here, seldom doing any mistakes, and of course we see a mistake just as I say that. So Sand should catch up a bit. Yes, 1 second. 1 second closer is Sand. And then Saber now at third place once again, but seems like Thompson... Oh, actually Thompson now 3 seconds behind Saber. So we are kind of seeing the top 3 forming here with Yannick, Sand and Saber. Thompson 3 seconds behind, that might be too tough to catch up. Also Shark is there with him, and Thompson with a landing bug. And then Shark with the landing bug. So those two are keeping together here at 4th and 5th place. And then we have a huge gap down to 6th place, which is Tween. Is 6.5 seconds behind Shark. So big gaps are starting to form. 42 seconds behind between 1st and 22nd place right now. And follow Tween through this next lap. See if we can catch up anything. We are into lap 14 out of 20, so it is starting to get closer to its end. Meanwhile, Spam improves his local record. 2 minutes 10 seconds and 37 hundredths. Sand, I do believe, still got the fastest time. Yes, I think so. Tween about to overlap Stompy. And so DBL in front of him. And he's actually losing time on Shark at the moment. But still a pretty good placement here for Tween this week as well. So he will get a lot of points and should have a pretty good placement after 2 races in the season. Took 9th last week. And yeah, he's a bit alone right now here at 6th place. He's far behind Shark and then far ahead of Marseille 9, so I guess not the best player to spec in that regard. Well, let's follow him through this lap anyways. Oh, well, Sand has taken over the lead. Never mind, let's not follow Tween anymore. We need to follow Sand, who is having a very close battle with Yannick now. Yannick and Sand for 1st place this week. About to enter lap 15 out of 20. Sand having a 1600 lead right now. Yannick's finally losing that 1st place, but it's still not out of it. And Sand with a new local record, 2 minutes 9 seconds and 73 hundredths. He is on fire right now, about to win 1st place and also the best lap. But Thompson with a good time as well. He's only 500ths behind Sand's time, so yeah, you could still see someone grabbing that best lap, and that is important. And some players that might not be in top 20 might focus on getting that best lap at least, because then they will at least get those 5 bonus points. So we'll see what will happen. Let's follow this fight for 1st place right now. Sand versus Yannick. Saber at 3rd place, about 2 seconds behind. And it looks like these 3 players will be on the podium this week. It's going to camera 3 here for Yannick's. He's trying to catch up to Sand. You see Fluffy Mittens being overtaken there. Also some other players. Still got 127 drivers on the server. Also see this small water section on the map, which I forgot to mention. Entering the obstacles now. Good landings from both players. See this one as well. Good stuff here. And then we want to build up a lot of speed for this long stretch. It looks like Sand does it a bit better. But still cannot feel safe to take that first place. So that is one other lap. We are entering lap 16 out of 20 now. Yannick's with a third local record, but still didn't catch up that much to Sand. So that means that Sand, of course, also set a pretty good time. Saber also improves his time and is also really close to Sand. Actually ties with Sand. Both Sand and Saber with the exact same time. I don't know actually who's gonna get the bonus points then. I need to decide that. So yeah, still a very close fight here, but Sand will actually build up a small lead. 1 second ahead of Yannick's now. And of course Saber also continues to drive well. Actually Saber is doing the best. He's catching up to Sand here. And with that also to Yannick. So Saber took third last week and right now looks to be on the podium once again. So we'll see if that will happen. Currently got a 4-second lead over Thompson now. That should be enough. Almost 5 seconds even. And Tween at 5th place. Shark at 6th. Omnipods at 7th only. You very rarely see him behind or out of top 3 rather. So yeah, Omnipod's not doing as well this week, but still in top 10. 7th place will get points and might actually be the winner, the leader. Actually no, I think Saber probably will take 1st place. Not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. Then we got Morris A9 at 8th. Edward at 9th. Spam has gone up to 10th place now. Has had a bit of a rocky race. Back and forth here in the ranking. But currently doing pretty well at top 10 at least. Alexor at 11th. Link at 12th. Mania Style at 13th. Roa at 14th. Henny at 15th. Sirs at 16th. Sis has gone up to 17th place. Flyer at 18th. We also see Masa now in top 20 at 19th place. And the last player to get points is currently Yoshi for Spam at 20th place. And Sand currently still in the lead and has entered lap 17 out of 20. So got 4 laps left to go. Will he take his 9th win in total? Still also got the local record, although he's tied with Saber. So I guess both players will get bonus points in that case. I don't know, I will have to decide what to do if we will see a tie. Still a couple of laps though left, so we might see it being improved. Yannick is actually only 1 second behind Sand still, so still a very close fight for 1st place. And then Saber has lost some seconds here. 2 seconds in fact. Or 1 rather, so... Oh! We'll have to slow down a bit there in the passage. Almost hit the wall. That would have been a disaster. Still keeps at 3rd place. And then Thompson is 4th, and then a huge gap down to Omnipods. Tween has fallen down to 8th place. 10 seconds between Thompson and Omnipods, 4th and 5th place. That is noteworthy for sure. I wonder what happened to Tween. Huge mistake from Tween, so we'll lose a couple of positions with that, and with that also quite a lot of points in the season. So yeah, Omnipod's up to 5th place. Last time I checked, he was at 7th. He's having a close fight with Shark though. Sand about to enter lap 18 now. Still only 1 second ahead of Yannick's, and he improves his local record. 209.53 by Sand. So now there's no doubt. Sand is currently getting the double, first and best lap. And here comes Shark just behind Omnipods. Going into lap 18. Also Thompson improves his time, and Yannick's. Yannick's will lose some time though because of that time from Sand. So it's about 1.5 seconds behind now. Still not a lot. As you can see, we can see Sand here in front. Also Spam improves his time. 6th local record. Oh! Yannick's almost hit the ceiling. He's actually catching up here. Back to about 1 second behind again. So Sand not on a good lap right now. Not best start. Less than 1 second behind now. Overlap Mario and Cambo. Through the water section, and then the dirt, and then entering the obstacles. So we can see some poor landings here, which can lose you quite a lot of time. Let's see if that will happen. In the front. Oh! Sand hits the wall! Sand hits the wall straight on! And he's gonna lose his first place because of it! Huge mistake from Sand. That wasn't even a landing bug. He just went straight into the wall. And Yannick's is back to first place. 1.5 seconds ahead of Sand. Will Yannick's win the race for the first time and his second time participating? Entering lap 19 out of 20. Saber will take over the local record in the meantime. A lot of stuff happening all of a sudden. 209.50 by Saber. So currently getting the bonus points and is at 3rd place. Only about half a second behind Sand. And only about 2 seconds behind between Yannick, Sand and Saber right now. This is very close now for top 3 positions. Yannick's currently keeping a small lead, but he cannot feel safe. He needs to take the risks here. Cannot really feel like he can drive safe or anything. Really need to push it. Also, say Omnipod's Tween and Spam improves their times. See Saber here, just behind Sand now. 2 more laps left to go. Soon only 1 lap left to go. Actually, let's follow Saber so we get a good overview of the top 3. It's only 1 turn between the 3 players. Definitely the closest race we've had, I think. We've had really close races between 1st and 2nd, but never this close between top 3. It's only 1 lap left to go. Soon entering that obstacle part again. Let's see if Sand can do it a bit better. Might feel like he needs to save it a bit more because of that mistake. Oh, Saber hits the wall. It's not gonna help him. Here's Sand. And he's actually almost 1.5 seconds behind Yannick's, who is doing a great job in the second half of the map. That's definitely been the trend. Yannick's doing this part really well. And is still keeping that first place, entering the stretch for the second to last time. Will he be able to keep it through the last lap as well? Let's find out. Sand less than 1 second behind. Here we go, the last lap of the race. Yannick's will improve his local record, so will Sand. So both players driving really fast right now when you need to. You need to take the risk at this moment. Saber has fallen down 4 seconds behind Sand now, so it looks like Saber will take third. It's between Yannick and Sand for first place. 60 hundredths is the difference. Oh, and Yannick gets a no drift. Sand will go up to first place again. Yannick loses his first place in the last lap. Sand back to first place now, only 23 hundredths ahead though. Can he keep it? So exciting right now. Good speed there from Sand. He will extend his lead a bit more. 46 hundredths ahead now. Cannot afford a mistake. One mistake and Yannick will pass him. Pressure is as high as it can be right now. Yannick continues to lose time. 70 hundredths behind now. Sand is on a really good pace. Yannick might be a bit more nervous. Remember that Sand has won the race 8 times before, so you got a lot of experience. Yannick has never won the race before, and this is only his second time participating. Sand still in the lead with 75 hundredths. This looks to be Sand's race to lose at this point, but he's still got the obstacle part left, where he made a very big mistake earlier on. Let's see, can he do it better now for the last time? Here we go. Sand entering the obstacles. He's lagging quite a lot. Gets a no drift there.